of the most interesting approaches in this project was that we had 3 different cases, and they had the same goal, the same objective, but we developed in a different way from Milano and from Belfast. I think, first of all, we have to understand that we had a common goal, related with the Erasmus Plus project. So we had to understand the concept of participation, to explore the different kinds of communities we have, and try to develop co-design process to test the empowerment of stakeholders, to share ideas, to bring new knowledge, and then and also to involve students in this project. So this was more or less the common goal of the 3 projects. And what we did in the beginning was to understand the concept of participation. I think it's very important. Like Grazia ended her presentation, the way we understand what is participation is different from the country we are, from the profession we have, from the point of view that we have from our societies. And the first exercise was very interesting. It was to map the different understandings of participation. And that clearly showed us that we had a more interesting one and a more diverse one, probably. So we began to look at what was not only the concept of participation, but the understanding of the different types of communities we have in our city. So we organized several workshops involving not only our students, but our groups of the society of Aveiro, also the different stakeholders. And it was very interesting that we used these, although we are not the planner or the municipality, we were the university dealing with the planning process. We tried to map it, to understand, and to ask for the citizens and for the common information, like Alessandro Balducci told me, very important, this kind of knowledge for planners, to understand what was the vision from the citizens, what was the vision of their ideal city, or their desired city. And we not only identified a general vision, but we identified different sectoral or goals. They were related with the governance, or with the theme of the identity, or the attractiveness of the city, or the idea of having a city with a more more adequate human scale. So it was very interesting that we built this vision listening to the citizens. And I think this can be quite adequate and quite well produced, because it shows in somehow what the literature is telling us about what should be a good city. Then we try to identify what should be the case study. So we didn't select it for ourselves. We look at the different projects from the community, and then we had the opportunity to meet, and because we know we work with the different stakeholders, and it's very important to understand the role of the university with the involvement of society. So we are in some cases in the middle of the society, working with them in several projects, and Corda was one of the actors, the main actors, and we look at the problems of the city center revitalization, and then we try to build with them a strategy towards to experiment a strategy to redevelop the city center involving the different elements of the community. So we developed a concept called VIVÓ BAIRRO. VIVÓ BAIRRO was a project, but it was a collaborative project where we tried to identify the resources we have in the place, different types of resources, the identity resources, the scientific, the buildings, the networks. Of course, we asked them what were their needs, their dreams, and then we asked them to do something which is not common, which is to link the resources they have with their dreams or their needs, and try to test that link to making some projects, some initiatives, and to make that initiatives in one weekend. So we tried to do this in 2 days, and then we mapped the different dreams, the different resources, and we mapped the actions that we were we receive. We had a call for proposals also for communities, and what was really amazing when we created platforms to receive this, we received more than 60 events involving more than 100 institutions, and with no budget. So we organized these events with only their own resources, and of course a lot of goodwill. So Fernando, do you want to? So what we did is we test the concept, things that usually say, no, it's not possible. No, we can't bring people to the city center. No, we can't take the shop owners to make things in the public space. And what happened was that the community involved in a very strong way. So in this weekend, people say that they were in the streets, which was not often, not common, and they say that doesn't seem Aveiro. It looked like the city that we visit when we go abroad. And we organized different, involving the different stakeholders, different activities in the public space, and the green spaces which are not used. It's very strange, but we don't use them. We don't see children in the city center, which is another not very comprehensive. And of course, the involvement of people making not only participating in activities but making them. Angela, I don't know if she is here. But well, we have also the children making a door. Fernando and Angela were one of them. It was the old door of the city center. Of course, we had these beautiful fishes in the sky with the nets, and we had also not the traditional and the more advanced and innovative, but also the most important grassroots and most important identity associations, or linked with identity associations like these cores and others. And we brought somehow to give life to the city center, even in this type of community dinner that we have in the end. So, of course, we did a lot of things, and just to finalize and what were the learnings of this episode. Of course, the first idea is that people participate in their common life, in their city, in their activities, when they are involved in the correct way. So when they have somehow a zone, an arena where they feel that they can trade something, they can give and they can receive. So the concept that Sanducci was telling us was very inspiring, because in reality we created different kinds of arenas where the people could trade them. They could offer something and they could receive. The second idea is we can transform the city even with very low resources. So we can do it in a tactical way. Of course, this is not structural transformation, but this is tactical. And tactical is very important because you can see it quickly. As you know, planning has a problem of delaying the outcomes, the results. So we can do it and see it in the precise day we make this transformation. And of course, we understood that we had many more resources, and we think we have hidden resources, and the literature talks a lot about the case of hidden resources. Our goal was really to make them visible and connected, so they can produce some transformation. Of course, we haven't mentioned the role of the public administration, and that's, for us, is one of the crucial issues. So we did all this without with the support, but not with the enthusiastic support. Okay, we had some support, but in some cases was a distant support. And I think it's for a structural change, we have to bring them for this arena and for this change. And I think the main and the final idea is that we can give more life to the neighborhood, to the city center, and the method, the way we involve communities is crucial. And I think this project